Guys, I just posted to my Instagram story for the first time and I'm a little ashamed it's taken me this long to catch up with the trend, but hey, just, you know, if you want to follow me, the link's down below. Little self-promo to start this video. Good times. Sometimes I don't know where to go. Hi loves, so today I wanted to do a nice sit down talking video. I changed my background a little bit. I'm chilling in my living room of my apartment, and shout out to my roommate Michelle for these really cute pillows. I'm feeling it, and the fact that I match them right now, it's a good time. So I am here with a lovely cup of coffee. This is in a travel mug because I'm going to be taking it with me after I shoot this video. I'm going to be going to work after this, so shout out to me for being productive and getting up early enough to do this. Honestly, I'm very proud of myself right now. Anyway, today's video is going to be about things that I wish that I knew before I graduated college. And I thought, as someone who is now 2 years post-grad, this would be a good time to film this video and just share some thoughts and advice with you guys, and you know, really just some things that I've learned since I graduated college that I wish I would have known a lot sooner in my life. So yeah, go ahead and grab your coffee or tea or snack or whatever you want and come hang out with me, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just get into it. So the first one is probably a little hard to hear, but it is super important, and it is to keep your future in mind. Now, I'm not saying don't have fun in college, because honestly, please have fun in college. Do all the crazy things and, you know, live your life. Enjoy the fact that you have a ton of free time, and you know, you have so many opportunities at your fingertips that will just never be quite the same again, because college is such a unique experience and such a important growing time period in people's lives if they do decide to go to college. I think it's just so important to remember, you know, why you went to school in the first place. So as much as you should have fun, you also need to make sure to be taking advantage of your classes and asking your professors when you don't understand things, or, you know, if you're really curious about something, it's not a bad thing to look into that. And also just really taking any opportunity that comes your way, whether it's an extra project on the side that sounds interesting and you feel like you'll learn something from it, or internships. There's just so many different opportunities that you'll have during this time in your life, and you shouldn't be afraid to take them because they will really help you out in the future. Also, going along with that, please get involved on campus. I cannot stress this enough. I've said it in probably every college video that I've ever filmed. Now, this was something that I did do in college, but I still think it's so important to stress. I personally went Greek, but I also did some volunteering on campus, and I think, you know, especially larger state colleges, there's so many opportunities in just every single thing that you could possibly think of. There's a club for everything, and if you go to a more open campus, if there isn't a club that you want to join, you can also gather up some friends who share a passion that you have, and you can start the club. And it's just such a great way to meet new people who share things that you're passionate about, and also make connections that could help you in the future. You honestly never know. Some of my friends now work out in Los Angeles, and I studied film, for those of you who don't know, so that's pretty amazing. Those are good connections to have if I ever do want to head out west. Definitely, you also just want to make friends because it's nice to meet new people in college and hang out with them, but it's also great to make new connections, and you never know where they might take you, so that's awesome as well, and another good reason to get involved in college. Another thing related to the future that you probably don't want to hear or have heard too many times is to save money. I can't stress this enough. You need to at least save what you think you might need to stay afloat for the first few months post-grad, because, you know, jobs aren't guaranteed. I mean, there's some industries that, you know, you're very lucky and you're able to walk right into an entry-level position and just start from there, and you totally can be prepared, but you should be prepared in case it doesn't work out and it takes you a little while to get into a job. That way, you know, you actually can help yourself and you don't have to be going back to your parents like, so, hey, which is what I ended up doing. And you know, if you have supportive family, then that's great, but it also feels amazing to be able to take care of yourself. So definitely save what you think you need for a few months post-grad, and then save more, because honestly, you can't be too prepared, especially if you end up needing to move for a job that you get or anything like that. Those things become expensive very quickly, and you will thank yourself later. Ooh, this coffee is so hot. Help. Another thing that I wish someone had told me while I was in college is not to take yourself too seriously. Yes, college is important. Yes, grades, you know, do make a difference, but at the same time, as long as you are getting through your classes and you're taking away those life experiences and just things that you'll need in your future, grades really don't matter. I promise you now, when I go into a job interview 2 years post-grad, I don't sit down and immediately the interviewer's like, okay, tell me your GPA. Oh, it wasn't a 3.8? You need, get out. See ya. No, literally no one cares. The experiences that you have in college and, you know, the internships and just different things that you do that are unique to you and your college experience are so much more important. So yes, you want to do well in your classes, but don't stress out if you don't have a 4.0. It will not ruin your life. Honestly, grades don't matter post-grad. It's just, I know it's such a cliche, but it's so true. This is also an important thing to think about right when you're getting ready to graduate or right after you graduate, which may be some of you guys now since we just had graduation season. You need to remember not to take yourself too seriously in your job search as well. Unfortunately, entry-level jobs aren't glamorous. It's just a fact. And you know, you still have to start somewhere. And if you go into an entry-level job and maybe you're just grabbing coffee or whatever else, if you do that with your smile on your face, with a good attitude, you show up on time and you work hard, you're going to set yourself apart and you won't have to be doing jobs like that for very long. So it can be really disheartening to take jobs that you feel like you're overqualified for post-grad, especially after you've worked so hard to earn your degree. But it really is something that you just kind of have to swallow your pride with, and you will thank yourself later once again, because you'll have that experience and you'll make new connections. And you know, even if it doesn't end up working out, like everything in your life teaches you something and helps you to grow as a person. So keeping an open mind post-grad and really in college too is super important, because you'll gain experiences that you never expected will help you down the road. This next thing is something that is just kind of one of my personal regrets, and my mom always tried to push me to go more out of my comfort zone than I did when I was in college, and I never really wanted to listen to her, and I wish that I did. There were so many things like study abroad that I wish I would have done. You know, when you're in college, you have so much extra time outside of classes, and you know, you're just so much more flexible than once you're like a functional adult and you have to get a job and like pay rent for an apartment or a place that you're living in. And so when you're in college, you really have that flexibility to do things like go and spend a couple months abroad, even interning or taking classes and learning a new language. There's just so many opportunities, and you should definitely take advantage of them, and don't be afraid to take advantage of them, because even if you end up having to take extra loans or whatever, like this is the time in your life where you need to take those risks, and you will learn so much from them, and that's so important. And this doesn't even have to apply to something like studying abroad, because that can be a big step and it's honestly not for everyone. But also just take jobs and internships and, you know, different opportunities that are out of your comfort zone. I know I had some friends who did the Disney College program and absolutely loved it, so that's an option. And there's all kinds of programs out there like that that just give you working experience, let you meet new people from all over the country, all over the world, and just kind of, you know, expand your knowledge and your comfort zone. And it's just such a good opportunity and something that you shouldn't be afraid to do, because worst case scenario, whatever you try doesn't work out, and you pick yourself back up and you move on, and you're still gonna take something away from it. Another thing that I was super stubborn about, and I wish that more people had told me, but I honestly might not have listened to them anyway, take your time when you're in college. It's very easy to get super involved and take 18 credits and just be like running all the time. But this is, again, that time in your life where you have flexibility and you can learn, and you just should be living and enjoying it for what it is, on top of all the opportunities that you have. And when I was in college, I finished in 3 years. I had started, you know, with AP classes and stuff, so I was ahead, and I was like, yeah, like gotta graduate in 3 years, like just gotta keep trucking. I was full-time, and I, you know, was involved in 3 organizations on campus and was just constantly doing something or studying and barely sleeping. And though I had some of the best years of my entire life, I really wish that I would have slowed down and taken, you know, more chances, maybe taken a semester off to go study abroad, even though I didn't need the credits, or, you know, just like take my time, because I ran through college so quickly, and then I graduated and I was like, wait, like that was it, and now I just have to go be an adult. And I know everyone kind of shits on adulting and says how hard it is and that, you know, it's awful, and while that is true to an extent, like adulting isn't this terrible thing. You know, you still have a lot of really awesome opportunities and freedoms and things, you know, beyond the responsibilities that you have, but still college is such a unique and special time in your life, and you really should cherish that and take advantage of it and try not to fill every single second with being productive. You know, go out and have IHOP at 2 a.m. with your friends, like do stupid stuff like that, because this is the time in your life where you can do that and sleep until 12 the next day and be totally fine. So do those things. Enjoy your college experience, please. I'm begging you. I'm actually living vicariously through you because I miss college so much. Also, that garbage truck is being very rude right now. This advice is specifically for my recent grads or any of you who are graduating soon, maybe graduating in the fall. I mentioned this briefly, but it's okay to settle at first post-grad. I think there's so much pressure, especially right when you graduate and you have your degree. It's like, ooh, great, you have all this experience in X subject. You should definitely get the perfect job and have an amazing salary and your life will be amazing. But the reality of the situation is not many people are that lucky post-grad that they fall into the perfect opportunity. A lot of people have to start small or even in a job that's not necessarily in their industry so that they can start getting work experience and, you know, putting themselves out there and learning. But I think the most important thing to remember if you do end up settling or taking a job that wasn't necessarily what you expected, don't lose sight of your goals. This is something that I've been working really hard on myself for because I did study film, which is an artsy and creative field, and it's very competitive and it's not easy to break into. So it would be so easy for me to settle where I'm at right now. I'm a receptionist at a law firm. It's honestly a pretty well-paid job and I have my benefits. You know, I have like medical and like a 401k and all of that. And so, you know, as easy as it would be for me to just stay in this job and maybe like become an assistant and like go back to school and become a paralegal and just literally like work there forever, that's not what I want. You know, I want to be making videos and telling stories and doing things like that, like this, what I'm doing right now, and just reaching out to people and touching lives and making a difference. That is my goal in my career and I will not let that go. So even though I'm working in this job right now and sometimes it feels dead end and drives me a little bit crazy, I know that eventually I will be where I want to be and I'm constantly working towards it and, you know, doing freelance projects on the side when I can and getting back into my YouTube channel, really just continuing to put myself out there and push towards my goals and not giving up. I think that's the most important thing to eventually becoming successful. Everyone who's successful refuses to give up and just keeps pushing even when people tell them no, even when they're rejected 100 times. You just need that 101st person to say yes, and then you will be able to get where you want to go. Going along with that, make a vision board, read blog posts, you know, do whatever you have to do to stay inspired and keep pushing towards those goals even when you get discouraged, because everyone starts somewhere and you will absolutely get where you want to be. You will have your dream job one day, but you have to keep pushing. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble. I hope that you took at least something away from this. And if you are in college or are a recent graduate or have been out of college for forever, just leave a comment below and share some advice that you have, maybe something that I forgot to touch on. I'd really be interested to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions or just things that you're kind of wondering about college, I'm more than happy to answer you guys. So definitely just let's start a nice discussion in the comments below and I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Side note, I want to take a quick moment for this cup because it's adorable. So I'm just gonna, yep, amazing. Okay, I'm gonna leave now.